Alright, continuing. I watched as they let the girl drink yet more ale with the same tumult accompanying her success, and then as she did the same as before and wiped her hand across her mouth, with an even more pronounced wobble this time, a look passed between them. A look that seemed to say the job is done. Tom and Julian stood and they began, in their words, to escort her to the door because, "You've had too much to drink, my lovely. Let's get you home, shall we?" "To bed," smirked Seth, thinking he was saying it under his breath even though the whole tavern heard him. "Let's be getting you to bed." I passed a look to the barman who dropped his eyes and used his apron to blow his nose. The customer sat down the bar from me, turned away as I appealed to him with my eyes. Bastards, might as well they have looked to the cat for help, I thought. Then with a sigh, banged down my tankard, stepped out of my stool, and followed the cobblers into the road outside. I blinked as I stepped from the darkness of the tavern into bright sunlight. My cart was there roasting in the sun, beside it another one that looked to belong to the Cablays. On the other side of the road was a yard with a house set far back, but no sign of a farmer. We were alone on the highway, just me, the two Cablay brothers, Julian, and the girl, of course. "Well, Tom Cablay," I said, "the things you see on a fine afternoon. Why, just you and your cronies are getting drunk and getting a poor defenseless young woman even drunker." The girl sagged as Tom Cablay let go her arm and turned to address me, his finger already raised. "Now just you stay out of this, Edward Kenway, you young good-for-nothing. You're as drunk as I am and your morals just as loose. I don't need to be given a talking to by the likes of you." Said that Julian turned as well. The girl was glazed over, like her mind had turned in for the night, even if her body was still awake. "Well," I smiled, "loose morals I might have, Tom Cablay, but I don't need to pour ale down a girl's throat before taking her to bed, and I certainly don't need two friends to help me at the task." Tom Cablay reddened. "Why, you cheeky little bastard, I'm going to put her on my cart, and what I'm going to do and take her home." "I have no doubt that you intend to put her on your cart and take her home. It's what you plan to do between putting her on the cart and reaching home that concerns me." "That concerns you, does it? A broken nose and a couple more broken ribs will be concerning you less. Mind your own bloody business." Squinting, I glanced at the highway where trees bordering the dirt track shone gold and green in the sun, and in the distance was a lone figure on a horse, shimmering and indistinct. I took a step forward, and if there had been any warmth or humor in my manner, then it disappeared now, almost of its own accord. There was a steeliness in my voice when I next spoke. "Now you just leave that girl alone, Tom Cablay, or I won't be responsible for my actions." Oh boy. Oh, the three men looked at each one another the way they'd done as I asked. If I let go of the girl, she seemed most relieved to slide to her haunches, placing one hand on the ground and looking at us all with bleary eyes, evidently oblivious to all what was being discussed on her behalf. Oh my god, this is fucking too long. It's a whole chapter of the book. Look at this. I'm not reading all this. I'm skipping forward to see what happens. He raised his fist, dropped his right shoulder, and swung. The dirt rose in clouds around my feet as I dodged easily. Looks like he was fighting them all. A right hand connected with your chin. He lost his footing and fell. Worst thing you could do in a fight against three men is fall. Once you fall, it's all over. Through their legs, I saw the lone rider up on the highway, now my only chance of salvation, possibly my only hope of getting out of this alive. When I saw him, my heart sink. Not a man on a horse, a tradesman who would dismount and come rushing to my aid. No, the lone rider was a woman. She was riding astride the horse, not side saddle, but even though she was a lady, she wore a bonnet and a light-colored summery dress, and the last thing I thought before the Cablay boots obscured my view and the kids came raining in was that she was beautiful. Beauty wasn't going to save me now. "Hey, you three men, stop what you're doing now." They turned to look up at her and removed their hats, shuffling in line to hide the sight of me, who lay coughing on the ground. "What's going on here?" she demanded to know. Let's see. "We're teaching this young man some manners." "Well, it doesn't take three of you to do that, does it?" "More to the point, what are you doing with this young lady here?" She's pointing at the girl. "Oh, ma'am, this is a young friend of ours who had too much to drink." "She's most certainly not your friend. She's a maidservant, and if I don't get her back home before my mother discovers she's absconded, she'll be an unemployed maidservant." "I know you men, and I think I know exactly what's been going on here. Now you'll leave this young woman alone and be on your way before I have a mind to take this further." So the Cablays clambered aboard their cart and were gone. "My name is Carolyn Scott. My family lives on Hawkins Lane in Bristol. Let me take you back there and tend to your wounds." "I cannot, my lady. I have work to do." She says, "I see. Did I address the situation correctly?" "You did, my lady." "Then I owe you my thanks, and so will Rose when she sobers up. She's a willful girl, blah, blah, blah." "Can I see you again, my lady? Perhaps thank you properly when I look a little more presentable." "I fear my father would not approve." She took the reins and left. And that's it. That night I thought of Carolyn. Carolyn Scott of Hawkins Lane. That's actually chapter 3 of the probably the actual book.
Think about ratting me out. My tracks are covered. Yours ain't.
Alright, let's get out of here. I can now open up the level 2 doors. Alright, going down. We're in the lobby now. Gotta give the information again.
You, like the allongé? I practiced.
I think you pulled it a little too long.
Oh, come on.
And look who it is again.
For God's sakes, it's just a bloody coffee.
Here they are.
Oh, hooray! It's our old friend.
Hey there, I just got a call about picking up another transfer.
Oh, you said you were here to see me.
Yes, that is one of the perks. Let's see it. A conference in Chicago, very nice.
Chicago.
We'll be in touch.
A Watch Dogs
Rebecca.
reference again.
Text me.
Stuff it, Hastings.
We really should look into that security company from Chicago.
Here's a level 2 door.
Well done, friend. Very well done. Apologies for my temper tantrum there. You are with the good guys, I promise. We'll keep you safe. Trust me. Go on back to work. We'll be in touch.
Aha, what do we got in here? Aha. Sticky note 11. Remember that our relentless, impertinent, hollow drive to achieve everything our forebears did has led to many embarrassments and disasters. Nuclear weapons, super viruses, genetically modified poison food, toxic air, blah, blah, blah. Got 10 sticky notes now. I can hack this computer, huh? Yeah, look at this. Got it. So I'm hacking cameras now. What's this gonna be? Live feeds. It's a lobby camera. Wonder why I would want this. What's this guy doing? Anything fishy? Huh. Nothing right now, I guess. I guess maybe later on it does something interesting. Huh. Alright, the other side's level 3 clearance, so I can't do that yet. I was gonna say, is my thing bugged out? It looked bugged. Okay, we'll go back up to the office level. And there's a couple level 2 doors there we can go in as well. This is a good break. I like how you get these breaks from the actual Animus action, you know? And you get to all the backstory of the game. Alright, we gotta find those doors. I think there's one on each side. Right over here there's one. Whoa, there's a ton of terminals in here to hack. But there's also a security camera. See that? I wonder if I'll get in trouble if I walk in here with that camera. I don't think the camera saw me. Oh no, another one of these. This one I did patiently. I beat it on the first try. Phew. Alea ghost lights. Look at that. Little lights floating over a lake. It's the opinion of the researcher that inadequate attention has been paid to Southeast Asia, and in particular the Himalayas. Our research at the first civilization peoples and the subtle fingerprints they have left throughout the world. That's a typo. 2 throughout. Would benefit greatly for further investigation in this region. For example, we may find a prime example in the form of the Alea ghost lights. Often reported by fishermen, the lights appear over marshes and possess the power to distract, waylay, and even compel victims to drowning, but have proven useful as navigational aids. Gas seems like too facile an explanation. Has genetic memory research yielded evidence of anything similar yet? Ghosts or gas or something else? Huh. The Bermuda Triangle. It must surely be the most intensely studied region whose very existence is routinely denied by official sources. The Devil's Triangle has been held responsible for countless vanished vessels. Yeah, we know about the Bermuda Triangle. Here it doesn't say it. It doesn't look like they have any other information about it. The Chichen Itza. Whoa. One of the most popular tourist attractions in Mexico today, Chichen Itza was once one of the largest cities of the pre-Columbian Maya civilization. Okay. It has a system of caves, tunnels, and puzzles running underground. Prophecy discs to rings and shards were found. They're minor but culturally significant artifacts which as a collection provide with the best picture we have of life on Earth in the months preceding the Toba catastrophe. Easter Island. We all know about Easter Island. We just don't know where the heads came from on it. Yeah, it's difficult to study closely in this century. The Moai statues that are the most heavily protected. It is not known how they were transported for installation. The mystery fascinates tourists. If we could gain access to conduct a private archaeological excavation of the island, they could maybe figure it out. Okay. Lake Vostok. Working with our Russian partners, we secured an agreement to commence research of the subterranean lake that rests deep within the Vostok station. Let's see. A core ice sample was extracted in 2012. We'll soon begin research that should have provided a paleoclimatic record going back 100,000 years. They're thinking that fossils may reveal insight into the first civilization life. Okay.